Have you ever seen those crazy flashing charts on the news and heard people talking about bulls and bears and just wondered what it all means? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're getting down to the simple, core idea behind trading and what it's really like to play in the world's biggest markets. Okay, let's start with a kind of wild thought. Imagine walking into a market, but instead of fruits or clothes on the shelves, the product is money itself. You're literally shopping for US dollars or euros or even Bitcoin, all based on what you think they're going to be worth tomorrow. That simple, powerful idea, that's the engine that drives all of trading. So put simply, trading is the business of buy to sell. See, it's different from investing, where you might buy a stock and hold on to it for years. A trader buys something with just one goal, to sell it, hopefully pretty soon, for a profit as its price bounces around. And that something you're flipping could be anything. A piece of a company, a barrel of oil, or even Japanese yen. So here's our game plan. First, we'll nail down what trading really is. Then we're going to visit the three main arenas where all the action happens. After that, we'll talk about the high-stakes balancing act of risk. And finally, we'll get real about what it truly takes to succeed. All right, so what is trading at its core? It's really important to get this. It is the art of speculation. Traders aren't in it for the long haul. They're trying to profit from short-term price swings, making educated guesses on where the market's headed next and trying to get in position to ride that wave. Now, we all know the classic rule, right? Buy low, sell high. But here's where trading gets really interesting. You can also make money when prices go down. Think of it like this. You borrow a share that costs $100 and you sell it immediately. If that price then drops to 80, you can buy it back, return the share you borrowed, and boom, you just pocketed a $20 profit on something you never actually owned. It's a powerful trick that means traders can find opportunities no matter which way the market is moving. Okay, so now we know the basic moves. But where does all this happen? Let's go explore the three main arenas where these trades take place. You can think of each one as a different kind of marketplace, with its own unique personality and its own set of rules. First up is the one everyone's heard of, the stock market. This is where you're trading shares, which are just tiny little slices of ownership in public companies. You can place a bet on the future of some wild new startup, or you can trade the old, established giants that basically hold up the entire economy. Next up is Forex, which is short for the foreign exchange market. The best way to picture it is as a massive 24-hour global supermarket for money. Every time a country or company does business with another, they have to swap currencies, right? That's why this is the biggest market on the planet, moving trillions of dollars every single day. And finally, we've got the newest playground on the block, cryptocurrencies. Here, traders are on platforms called exchanges. You can just think of them as the eBay or Amazon for digital money. This is where they buy and sell things like Bitcoin, speculating on the super volatile future of digital finance. Okay, so we know the arenas. Now we have to talk about the most critical part of the entire game. I'm serious. Trading is a high-wire act. It's this constant, nerve-wracking balancing act between huge potential rewards and equally huge risks. The legendary trader Paul Tudor Jones said it perfectly. He said the most important rule isn't about hitting home runs and making huge gains. It's about protecting what you have. It's about playing great defense. It's a powerful reminder that managing your risk has to come way before you start chasing profits. You are going to see warnings like this everywhere in the world of trading. And listen, this isn't just some legal fine print. It's the fundamental truth of the game. Trading is risky. And the number one rule, if you remember nothing else, remember this, is to never, ever trade with money you can't afford to lose. Period. This right here, this perfectly sums up the trader's dilemma. On one side, sure, the potential for profit is technically limitless, and this is a huge but, you have to understand that the scale is perfectly balanced. The potential for loss is also limitless. For every incredible success story you hear, there's another one of somebody losing it all. It's a real double-edged sword. So we've seen the playing fields, and we definitely understand the risks. But what's the reality? What's it actually like for someone who tries to do this day in and day out? Let's pull back the curtain and talk about the truth behind the trading lifestyle. This is it. This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? The one that's on everyone's mind when they start thinking about this stuff. Is it actually possible to make a living from trading? To achieve that dream? Well, the sources are pretty blunt about it. Trading isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. If anything, it's a get-rich-slow one. It's a serious business that takes an incredible amount of work, and the hard truth is that only a very, very small percentage of people who try it ever manage to stay profitable over the long run. So, what's the secret sauce for that tiny group that makes it? It's not a secret algorithm or some magic button. According to our sources, it all comes down to psychology and discipline. It's about having total emotional control so you don't panic. It's having strict discipline to follow your rules no matter what. It's about protecting your money above all else, cutting small losses before they turn into huge ones, and most importantly, treating a plan you've created, not your gut feelings. And this quote just gets right to the heart of it. You can practice on a simulator all day, but it will never prepare you for that actual knot in your stomach when you see real money disappearing, or that jolt of electricity when you have a big win. Trading in real life, man, it forces you to find out who you really are under pressure. And that brings us to our final thought, a powerful line from the classic book, Market Wizards. Trading is not just a financial thing. It's a psychological thing. It forces you to live on the emotional extremes, the highest highs and the absolute lowest lows. So the real question isn't just, can you make money? It's, can you handle the journey?